but basically what it's supposed to do, you throw it, and it creates this lovely image of Superman's face, and it's supposed to distract the enemies from Superman's position, and it's supposed to kill them as well. Although it's the only level it appears in, which is just disheartening. One more glitch that we can, another glitch we can do here. If you fly in, well, if you fly into this ball rack a certain way, well, it's gonna take me like a few tries to do this, because I know I've been able to pull this off. Come on, Superman. Well. Yeah, if you fly into this into this ball rack a certain way, you can actually make the screen spaz out. And apparently, this ball rack, it has the same balls on both sides. Yeah, pretty much. And I love how they just made the 8-ball yellow, even though it's supposed to be black. Oh, man. I can tell that Keller technician is hard at work right now. And if we go this way, there's actually a picture right here of Metropolis. But if you go out here, if Metropolis in the background, it's the exact same picture, unfortunately. I don't think they actually thought of that really well. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that if you land here a certain if you land at a certain place in the back of this room, you can actually go through the floor. And oh wow. Yep. That's actually the first time I've been able to pull that off. Now the reason is it's like this. Apparently the floor is waxed to give you the illusion of a reflection. Although, yeah, doesn't look very good when it breaks. Not good at all. Oh man. Let's go ahead and explore Metropolis a bit. Or then again, we could just go a bit far outside the game. That works. Except now I think I'm about to break the game. Yep. Oh man. I think I might have broke the game again. Yep, let's restart this.
This looks like a job for Superman.
Alright. Let's just take care of the enemies, I guess. Alright then. So, yeah. Just a few more enemies we need to deal with. Let's just grab this heat vision, or I could just jump without pressing the button. That's good. Bye. Alright, and there's also one more enemy in the pool room. Bye. Alright. Now, if you go to this elevator right here, we actually come across a picture of Lex Luthor. And yeah, apparently he's not going to allow us into the room until we actually do a little certain something we haven't done yet. We have to read the sheet of paper, and you obviously wouldn't really think to read it. And it gives us a code that we need to memorize: green, red, and blue. And the code is randomized every time you play this level, so keep that in mind. Alright. Green, red, blue. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Alright. So, now we can go through... now we can go through this door. And we come across... a kryptonite generator. Now... kryptonite is Superman's ultimate weakness. And now to deactivate the generator, we're going to have to activate these control panels in a certain order that sheet of paper gave us. There we go. Also, if you try to go outside without well, there is actually another door on the other side, but yeah, if you try to, if Lex talks to you while the kryptonite generator is still active, yes, like I mentioned in like level 2, you can actually die in the cutscenes. Alright. Also, that ability I just picked up, that is reprogrammation. What you can do with it is basically turn one enemy on the other enemies, which can come in pretty good handy if you want to avoid enemy fire. Now, as for this other door right here that I just came out of, apparently it still says locked for some reason, even though it's not. So, that is pretty weird. Anyway. So, let's go through... let's go through this room real quick and deal with the rest of these enemies. Okay. Why couldn't your face just be on one big screen? That is pretty weird. Okay, for some reason, that guy didn't explode yet. Oh, never mind. I guess I... oh! For a second there, I thought I was sent through the wall. Which, I believe you can actually go through the wall if you go to a certain area in this level, but I can't really remember for sure. It's been a while since I played this game. Oh well. Now if you go to the ceiling, you can actually steal some of the lights off the ceiling. And they just, like the boxes, they just explode. Usually you think they just shatter, but oh well. Ah. Unfortunately, I can't fly in here. So, I don't think you can actually go through the wall in this part. Oh, look at that. Now I can show off reprogrammation. You just walk up to one of the enemies, push B, and then I'm just gonna let him deal with them. But of course, that room with the kryptonite generator, even if you reprogrammate one of the enemies, you still have to kill all of them before you can leave the room. So let's just get rid of this guy. Anyway, before you can get to the last part of this level, you have to solve a certain puzzle here. And I will admit, this is actually quite clever. Pretty good. This is a pretty good puzzle. Now, you see each of these control panels right here? You have to use them to spell out Luther. So, you just have to try out every control panel until you get it right. Or I could just I could just glitch back into one of the rooms. That works. Alright then. Let's try this other control panel right here. Okay, I'm getting pretty close. Well, before I complete this puzzle, there is actually something I need to show you first. So I'm just gonna let the time run out. Don't worry, you don't really get a game over if the timer runs out for this puzzle. You'll see in a moment. For right now, I'm just gonna grab a drink real quick. Okay, anytime now. Just sit back and relax. Might actually have to edit some of this out if I'm going to post it on YouTube or something. And I think I'm getting pretty close. Is there any way I could break the game here? Okay, here it is. And if you wait long enough, that starts to happen. It really distracts you from what you're trying to do.